Welcome back to Witch of Salem. Alright, let's continue on. Of course, first thing we're going to be doing on turn is we need to draw, because we're playing a two-player game, we need to draw one new creature card. And as you can see, we got a deep one here, a zombie, blood hunter, a shaw goat. And yeah, we're starting to absolutely fill up a bit too much. We got one more space for another monster. Oh, let's hope we don't get a duplicate, because then really bad things happen. You do the bottom of the card, and we end up with a lava worm. Oh my goodness, this is brutal. And you have to get rid of 4 different items to get rid of this guy. If he triggers, if a second one triggers clockwise, oh hang on, clockwise from here, from 4, the hotel is 4, sorry. The cemetery gets a lava worm. Nice. Yeah, nice. Alright, that was drawing our card, and now we're into the turn. So up first, Tom Furlong, who's sitting here at the Witch House. He has basically the hotel left, Miskatonic University, the Arkham News, and the Secret Passage. He could go back to Miskatonic, grab all his cards, but you know what? He's going to head on over to the hotel, because that's where the that's where our Salem Witch is right now. Witch of Salem. Cool. So he's going to move over, and you can kind of see here on the corner, he has a dagger. So he will move himself to the hotel. And now he can use an item. Well, he's not going to. Oh, he has. Sorry, when you go into a space with a monster, you're supposed to roll the encounter die for the monster, which would be this one. But you know what? We don't roll the die because the Witch of Salem is here. He negates that. That's cool. Gives us a bonus there. And now we can actually, so we've encountered the monster, Witch of Salem helped us. Now we can go ahead and attack this guy. And we're going to zoom down, we're going to have an attack happen. And by an attack, the other cool bonus of having the Witch of Salem with you is when you do an attack at a location which includes the Witch of Salem, you can slay whatever monster is there by just using, by just showing the dagger. So the Witch of Salem basically helps you. So we take the dagger and we stab the little show goat, and he is out of here. So we have defeated him. So that's actually pretty cool. Gone. So we got him out of that location. And now, once again, we can take an item. And we are fully healed. Necronomicon lets us reveal some of the old ones. The goggles lets us go ahead and see what the gates are. And so I think we're going to go ahead and take the spyglass goggles. And that is going to cost us 1 sanity, however. Yeah, the Witch of Salem doesn't stop that, so we will lose 1 sanity, but we're still at 5 sanity, so we're doing pretty good there. The only thing we have left is Miskatonic University, the Arkham News, and the Secret Passage. Alright, that was basically Tom Furlong's turn. Up next, we have Jenny Baxter. Alright, Jenny's currently at the Miskatonic University, which means she's got all of her cards back again for going to different locations. She is going to go ahead and go to the sanatorium, where the deep one is. So boom, she just scoots her way over there. Yes, we have to roll a die now. She has 3 elixirs of nus with her. Let's not roll an elixir symbol. And she, oh man, so she rolls the Necron symbol. Ooh, which means Mr. Necron moves 1 more space along the track. Keeping in mind, if we get to this space right here, before we reveal the old one we're fighting, I should mention that, we lose. If we have our old one revealed here, then we get to go all the way up to that space where then the world rips open and the old one comes in, eats everybody. So that's where that happens. Alright, so we've come here. We can use an item now. She didn't lose anything. She could use an item. She's fully healed. She has 3 potions, so she's not going to bother. And then she can go ahead and fight this guy. So she's going to fight the deep one. And in order to take this guy out, we have to have 2 items that are the same. Well, she has 3 potions of Nis, so she definitely has enough to defeat the deep one. And the deep one is out of here. Alright, now she could take an item. So she could take the dagger and dump off 1 of her potions, but then she'd lose a sanity. I think, does she want to do that? I have to think about that. I have to think about if we want to do that or not, and I'll come right back, because I think there's one monster that takes, 2 potions. Oh man, she should have gone over there and got rid of that guy with the 2 potions. It's okay. She'll do that on her next turn if the lava worm doesn't activate again. Ooh. Alright, I'm going to think about taking this dagger or not, and then we're going to come back, and that'll be the end of her turn. And then we'll be drawing an encounter card. Alright, I've decided she does not want the dagger because she has 3 potions. If she loses one when she goes over here to try to fight the lava worm, at least she'll have 2 left and she'll still be able to defeat it. So, over we go to the lovely encounter card. Oh, this is always bad. Alright, the Witch of Salem is going to move 4 spaces clockwise. So let's do that. He's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He makes his way to the sanatorium, which is exactly where our Jenny Baxter is. Oh man, the shadow of the Great One threatens Arkham. Place the most recently revealed Great Old One from around Relay as a shadow on Miskatonic University. The text on its card is now in effect. Oh, you freaking kidding me. Alright, so the most recently revealed Old One was Hasterer. To get rid of him, you need 2 potions and a dagger. Oh, maybe she should have got... Oh, I don't know. So Haster, the Witch of Salem, special abilities have no effect. Ooh, so from now on, until we can get rid of this guy, the Witch of Salem, which we just saw its awesome abilities, don't have any effect. Ha! Okay, well, that was the end of one entire round, so yeah, let's pick it up, and let's start another round. And yes, to start another round, we consult the 2-player card again, and before your turn, reveal 1 new creature. Alright, we got rid of a couple, so that was okay, but we got another one coming out now, and it is Falsadoon. The sight is far exceeded human imagination, as if the laws of nature lost all validity. Each player must roll the lost cube twice, suffering both results. Ooh! And the only way to get rid of this guy is you have to discard a relic or an artifact. You have to discard it, you don't just show it. So this guy is pretty brutal. And I guess when you move to his location, each player has to roll the lost cube twice. Alright, clockwise. First open space clockwise from the Witch of Salem, which is right here. I believe it goes right here because there's nothing here. I'll double check that just to make sure. So I think he shows up at the sanitarium. Oh, great. Okay, then up next we're going to have Tom Furlong go. So I'm going to double check the rule about placing the monsters, and then it's going to be Tom Furlong's turn. Alright, well, reading the rules, it says you place it on the first empty space clockwise from the Witch of Salem. Well, the first empty space clockwise from him, I guess would be the space we're on, but I think you look at his location and then you start going from him clockwise. I believe that's how that works. So our first open space clockwise from him would be the hotel then, I think. Alright, let's zoom in on Tom and figure out what he wants to do. Alright, Tom has basically, well, he's got 3 options. He can move to Miskatonic, he can move to the Arkham News, he can go anywhere he wants and lose his sanity. Which almost might be worth it. Almost. But no. He's going to go ahead, he's going to go to the Arkham News. That's one of his last cards. He goes to the Arkham News. He must encounter the zombie. He has a dagger and eyeball thing. Let's hope we don't lose it. No! He loses the dagger. Gall dang it. Well, okay. He has spyglasses left. The zombie ate his dagger. Alright, so he's here. He can use an item. He will use the glasses item to take a look at this. And it's a gate. Alright. And yes, my house rule for this game. When you flip this over, because it's a co-op game, it stays flipped over. It's supposed to be hidden information in the game, which is kind of silly. I just ignore it. Game is hard enough as it is. Alright, so that's why this is just remaining like this. Because in the rules of the game, this character is not supposed to let this character know that that's a gate. Yeah. And we need this symbol to close it off. So he could take the symbol right here. Oh, and there's nowhere else on the board. That's horrible. I think he's just going to go ahead. He gets to take it on. He's going to take the eyeballs, the glasses back, and that doesn't cost anything. And that's going to be the end of his turn. All right, so up next we have Jenny Baker going again. She's down here, currently with the Witch of Salem. And yeah, so let's figure out what we want to do with her. She's got 3 elixirs. You know what? Does she have this? Oh, she's got all of her cards left. So yeah, she's going to head over to the cemetery. Absolutely. All right, she's going to spend her cemetery card, which means she gets to move to the cemetery. And of course, as soon as she moves there, she has to roll the die, see if she loses anything. Can we see that there? There, that works. And there we go. Yes, the die gets kind of stuck in here. It's just, this die is a big, chunky, a little bit of an oversized wooden die, and it seems to get stuck. All right, so, wow, we got to move the Necron 1 more space along the track. And that is just bad news. So he's moving to there. Ooh, all right, back to the cemetery. Well, now she can use an item. She's got 3 elixirs, but she's got full sanity, so she doesn't need to actually use it, so she won't. But she could pick up the dagger. Do we need a dagger and elixir to take anything out? No, we don't. We need 2 daggers, and he lost one. Ooh! So she's not going to use an item. Now she can pick an item up. I don't think she's going to pick the dagger up, but she's going to fight this guy. She's got 3 elixirs. We just need to show 2 elixirs. And this guy's out of here. So with the 2 elixirs, we are able to vanquish the lava worm. Now she can decide to pick that dagger up, but she's not going to. And that's going to be the end. All right, I'm going to zoom the camera out. We are going to do one more encounter card for the end of our episode, and I think we're going to call it an episode for today. I know, a bit of a short episode, but I've got other things that need to get done. All right. Encounter card. The end of our episode is... Oh, it's a good one. All right. So, the Witcher. I want to call him the Witcher. He's not a Witcher. He is the Witch of Salem. He's going to move 4 spaces clockwise. Remember, because of this guy, his power is useless. And she should have picked up the dagger, because then she could have gone over here. Well, if she didn't lose an item. And you got to roll it twice. Oh, getting rid of that guy is going to be absolutely almost impossible. All right, so the Witch of Salem moves 4 spaces clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moves over to... He's following Jenny Baxter around. Moves over to the cemetery. But of course his powers are useless because of Hastur. What else do we have? Necron runs into an unexpected setback. Move the Necron marker 1 space in the direction away from the dimensional rift. Oh, cool. So we get to actually move the Necron marker back 1 space. So let's go ahead and do that. And that will give us a little bit more time. So back it goes 1 space. All right, we're going to zoom out, and we're going to wrap up our episode for today. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our episode of Witch of Salem for today. We have Hastur now as a shadow old one at Miskatonic University. He's nerfing this guy's power, and to get rid of him is nigh impossible. Now, if we have another one moving in here, Hastur gets bumped out, and the next one comes in. So that's another way for him to disappear. So he's not going to be there. And they don't stack, so we don't get a whole bunch of multiple shadows here. Thank goodness. That would make the game impossible instead of just really hard. All right, I think that's going to wrap us up. Check the comments, as always, for any corrections or things I've overlooked or messed up. And thanks for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. This is Witch of Salem, and we're playing a 2-player game. If 1 player gets eliminated by going insane, we immediately lose because you can't win the game with just 1 player. All right, thanks so much for watching along, and I hope to see you tomorrow for the continuation.